Cemeteries always held a chilling fascination for me, the kind of fascination that draws you in with a morbid curiosity you can't quite explain. Maybe it was the way the moonlight played on the weathered headstones, or the eerie silence that enveloped the place, broken only by the distant hoot of an owl. Whatever the reason that night, as the mist rolled in, I found myself wandering the paths of an old cemetery, the air heavy with the scent of damp earth. The sound of my footsteps echoed through the stillness as I made my way between the rows of graves. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched, that unseen eyes followed my every move from the shadows. But I shrugged off the unease, dismissing it as my imagination running wild in the dark. I stopped in front of a particularly old tombstone, its inscriptions nearly worn away by time. It felt as though the very air around it was charged with an eerie energy. My flashlight beam flickered as I traced the letters, revealing the name Eleanor Blackwood. Curiosity piqued, I whispered the name aloud, almost as if to invoke the spirit of the person who rested beneath. As I did, a gust of wind swept through the cemetery, rustling the leaves of the trees and making the grass sway in an unnatural rhythm. It was as if the world around me had come alive, responding to the utterance of that name. Shivers ran down my spine, but my curiosity only deepened. I aimed my flashlight around the area, and my heart skipped a beat when I saw a faint, ethereal figure standing beside a nearby mausoleum. The figure appeared to be that of a woman, her form translucent and her expression sorrowful. For a moment, I questioned whether my eyes were playing tricks on me, but the figure's presence was undeniable. I took a hesitant step forward, my voice shaking as I called out, "Hello?" The figure didn't move, but her gaze locked onto mine, and in that moment, I felt an overwhelming wave of sadness and longing. It was as if her emotions were tangible, permeating the air around me. With a mixture of fear and fascination, I approached the figure cautiously, my footsteps muffled by the damp grass. As I drew closer, I could see the details of her face more clearly. Her eyes were pools of darkness, reflecting the moonlight, and her spectral form seemed to flicker like a candle in the wind. "I don't mean any harm," I said, my voice barely above a whisper. "Are you Eleanor Blackwood?" Never wavered. The figure remained silent, and I could have sworn I heard a soft, mournful sigh, never wavered, almost as if carried on the breeze. Wind picked up, and I could have sworn I heard a soft, mournful sigh. The hair on the back of my neck almost stood on carried on the breeze. But despite the fear that gripped me, the hair on the back of my neck stood on end. Need to understand this apparition before me. Despite the fear that gripped me, I felt an overwhelming need to understand this apparition before me. My words echoing into the night. If you need some help, if you're trapped here, just give me a sign. Echoing into the night. If you need in response, the figure began to move, just give me a sign. Gliding slowly toward a crumbling mausoleum nearby. As if in response, the figure began to move. The moonlight illuminated the entrance, revealing a name etched above the doorway. The Blackwood family tomb illuminated the entrance, revealing a name etched above the doorway. As I realized the Blackwood family tomb. Swallowing hard, my breath caught in my throat as I realized the connection. The air inside was thick with must and decay. The figure into the mausoleum. I shone my flashlight around, my heart pounding as I searched for any clue about what Eleanor might want. I shone my flashlight around, my heart pounding as I searched for any casket about what Eleanor might want. Ajar, revealing the remnants of a long forgotten time. My light fell upon an ornate casket, its lid slightly ajar, revealing the remnants of a long forgotten time. My flashlight beam dancing over the faded fabric inside. With trepidation, I approached the casket. That's when I saw my flashlight beam dancing over the faded fabric yellowed with age. And that's when I saw as I opened it, my heart raced as I read Eleanor's yellowed with age, penned in shaky script. As I wrote of a tragic my heart raced as I read Eleanor's words, and a life cut short by illness. She wrote of a tragic love, her words spoke of forbidden desires, a promise to meet her love in the afterlife, and the anguish of being separated. Her words spoke even in death, a promise to meet her love in the afterlife. It became the anguish of being separated had remained tethered to this world, unable to find peace until her promise was fulfilled. That Eleanor's spirit had remained tethered to this world. Tears welled in my eyes as I looked up until her promise was fulfilled. My heart aching for the tormented soul that had lingered for centuries. In my eyes as I looked up from the journal. With my newfound determination, I turned back to the figure who stood before me with a mix of hope and desperation in her eyes. I turned back to the figure who stood before me with a mix of hope and desperation in her eyes. You've been waiting for your love. I understand. I'll help you find him. My voice steady now. The figure's form seemed to brighten, a flicker of gratitude and relief passing through her features. The figure's form seemed to brighten. The wind picked up once more, swirling around us as if celebrating the promise about to be fulfilled. The wind picked up once more, swirling around us as if celebrating the promise about to be fulfilled. I could feel Eleanor's presence beside me. As I left the mausoleum and stepped back into the moonlit cemetery in centuries, I could feel Eleanor's presence beside me. I knew that the stories of cemeteries held more truth than I had ever imagined. And in that moment, sometimes the echoes of the past could reach out to the present, more truth than I had ever imagined. That sometimes the echoes of the past could reach out to the present, seeking solace and closure.